And welcome back to Tabletop Goodness. Man, today I have a very special treat for you. I will be attempting a solo playthrough of Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. That is the first session, or the first quest line, actually. That's 12 days of the game, just to show you how the game actually works and all the different kind of elements that revolve around the actual rules. So if I make any rules mistakes, please let me know in the comments down below. There are a lot of rules. And if you want to know a bit more about the game and what I really like about it as well, then you can find that in the description and obviously linked for you as well. I would say, without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, so I already created my hero here. As you can see, I do have a Dark Elf here. It's got the Destruction Staff skill line as well. We got our combat skill line, which is the one that everyone basically gets. And I have a class. I am a sorcerer. So yeah, hopefully I can use some of my magic. Already set everything up here. This is a completely new session. Basically, this is not the dice tutorial or any of the tutorials. This is basically a completely clean session with adventurer creation, and we already can start here. I already joined like one of the guilds as well. I joined the Outer Watch, and it says the Outer Watch is a newer guild first founded to provide aid to those in need and lift up the downtrodden. Recently, the organization has turned its attention to stopping the machinations of a rogue former member. Okay, so we do have this community outreach here, which is a functionality if we're in a town, but I might actually talk about that a bit once we actually get started. Okay, we're playing in Black Marsh, as you can see on the overland map here, and that means I already selected the Black Marsh Gazetteer here as well, and we will be starting with the Outer Watch questline here. Okay, so let me give you a session snapshot here. It says, improve the circumstances of your final delve by visiting the right towns and completing a side quest. Okay, so the flavor text says, this Outer Watch mission comes straight from the Leadership Council. The local branch of the group has received word of a new underground laboratory being operated by the agents of former Watch member Deslandra, somewhere in Black Marsh. The Watch needs someone on the ground who can learn the details and track down the lab themselves. Black Marsh is home to many secrets of the natural world, and Deslandra's mastery of the unnatural needs no further augmentation. Your early investigation reveals that this lab appears designed to process and analyze various fluids and sap extracted from plants all around Black Marsh. Rumors abound that these experiments largely revolve around the exposure of these extracts to various Daedric and Oblivion-based elements to see how they react, with special attention paid to combinations that retain the stability when undergoing extreme agitation. You've been trying to trace several back-alley transactions back to the source, but you'll probably need to do a few favors in exchange for the last bit of information you need. Okay, so we do get our starting location here, Lilmoth, which means we actually set our party token here to Lilmoth, and our weather gauge is set per default to sunny as per the instructions in the Black Marsh overland mechanics here. There is a few specialities here, and this is the weather gauge that I was just talking about. So depending on what the weather is, it basically affects our overland movement range, which can be reduced from 3 to 2. And we have a quest objective, and the quest objective is to complete any one side quest and then initiate a town encounter in 3 different towns. And when you would trigger the 3rd town encounter, instead initiate the following delve using the end of session difficulty EP. So basically, at the 3rd town that we visit, we will be going into a special delve. So we have to be a bit careful about which towns we're visiting, when we're visiting them, etc., etc. And I really hope I do not make too many rules mistakes. If I do that, then please let me know in the comments down below. I have got all my references and rule sets here, but yeah, you never know. Okay, so basically we start in Lilmoth, and on day 1, So we have this day tracker here. Let's see whether I can show you that. The day tracker and the experience style. The experience style starts at 2, and the day tracker actually starts with the first day, and the first day is a town encounter. Okay, so as I said, we are in Lilmoth, so let's open up the page here. Okay, so what do we have here? Let me get a zoom. Okay, so we actually have a few items that we can buy, which is fantastic. We have 5 trainers available of each different skill set, basically. It's like magic and close quarters and thievery, I guess. We have an inn where we can restore our life. We have a quest board to get side quests, and remember, we need to get some side quests done, so this is actually a good start. We have the guild kiosk. At this guild kiosk, we can use our special, let me get that off the table, Outer Watch guild functionality as well. We have the town square, but we do not have any items right now that make sense discarding, and we can recharge our potions. Okay, I'm not going too much into the details of the rules. If you're interested in that, you can check out some of my other videos as well. But let's get started. Okay, first of all, the market opens. And we do get actually 6 items. So let's see what these 6 are. These are common items. We do not have any legendary items in this town here. Let's see. 6. And I have to get the trainer back. Yeah, as you know, this is a big game with a lot of components. I'm gonna pull out 5 trainers, as it says there's 5 trainers available. And we can see what we actually got there, and whether any of that actually makes sense to take. Okay, so I know that we already will be visiting a few more towns. So maybe the first thing actually to check here is the items. We can do 2 things. Let's see, we got a bow. Well, I'm mostly gonna be in magic, in the magic stance here. So I think a bow might not make that much sense. That said, though, increase your range by 1. No, I don't know. This doesn't sound too exciting. The shoulder-mounted parasol. When you would gain any amount of light fatigue, remove 1 light fatigue from your cooldown track instead if you spend tenacity. And we got the Elsewhere Fondue, Cheese Fondue. Discard this item, then either roll 3 enemy combat dice and gain tenacity equal to the damage rolled, or each adventurer rolls 1 enemy combat die and gains tenacity equal to the damage rolled. Well, yeah, also not so sure about that. We have this here as well. This is an enchantment where we can enchant armor. So that's actually quite interesting. So the reason why I'm saying this is quite interesting is that if you check my sorcerer class here, let me get that properly here. If I have 2 enchantments active, I can flip that to the master side. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. I'm not sure whether I will get any armor, but yeah, better to have some kind of equipment than none, I guess. And I will actually not visit any of these trainers for now, I think. I mean, this would be heavy armor. This could, in theory, be interesting. But I think I'm just gonna wing it and see like how far I can get. By the way, I'm playing Adapt difficulty, which is 1 above Apprentice, which means that I will only restore 1 life and 1 die at the end of the round. So yeah, let's ignore these trainers for now. Maybe at a later point in time, maybe something else. I would really like this Daedric skill line that exists as well, but yeah, wasn't part of that now. Okay, and I'm gonna go to the quest board. So in the quest board, I can actually draw 2 cards. And I can decide which quest I will take. Okay, so we do have Addressed to Skill and a Fan's Adornment. Let's check this one out. What do we have? Okay, so this is if I kill someone with a native skill. Okay, and this one I can do in session 1. So yeah, basically we can just take this on and see. I mean, there's actually no downside to taking on quests. So we have Dress to Skill. An orc bounty hunter asks for your help understanding the region. Many around these parts have harnessed a very intriguing set of skills, he bellows. Help me analyze their techniques and I'll count you among my honored rivals, might even help give you an upper hand down the line. Okay, so after a party member defeats a non-quest enemy with enemy skill native, you may choose to place it on this card instead of the defeated enemy stack, and after 3 enemies have been placed on this card, during the next reward phase, consult the following results based on those enemies' tallied level values. Okay, that could be interesting. Yeah, let's see about that. Okay, I'm gonna carry that along with me for now. Okay, so basically we just finished our town action. There's not much else that I can do right now. I don't have anything to recover, so we will just hop straight into day 2 actually, which means we have to drip forward this dial by 1, and there we go. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do. I think, well, first I will actually try to get some XP, I guess. So I will just hop up there to do this peaceful encounter. No, actually, I forgot something. Okay, end of the turn, we have to draw an encounter card to check whether the weather changes. And as you can see, there's this little symbol at the bottom of the card. And this symbol currently reads sunny. So yeah, nothing changes. Oh, good. Okay, let's go there. This is a peaceful encounter. And we will be looking at Tribe as they might. Okay, so it says, as naturally as falling leaf, an Argonian male manifests in front of a patch of shrubbery. My tribe has been following your movements, he says. You respect the land and travel with some skill, though you are still clumsy compared to those who are one with the swamp. We have lived our lives deep within these waters. Trade with us, and we will reach you to walk and we will teach you to walk the marsh. Your mission still needs doing, but rejecting such a rare offer seems both imprudent and impudent. Okay, so we can either accept the instruction in the ways of combat, or we learn from the magical disciplines. Okay, during today's reward phase, adventurers can only spend XP on advancing their magic stat or training magic type skill dice. Okay, well, this sounds very interesting. I'm gonna do that actually. Which means, as you can see, I will be getting 2 XP. These XP are also tracked here on the overall XP board, and I will move my pip down here, actually forward to 2, which means I have 2 XP to spend. I can only spend that on advancing the magic stat or training some of the magic dice. That is fine. Okay, so we've done our encounter for the day. It is the rewards phase. We just received the actual XP, and I should be able to now potentially buy something. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a few level 1 dice here, and I actually would like to spend some of my hard-earned XP here to buy a level... Let's see what makes sense, actually. Here on this destruction staff, well, I will get another one of these Force Shock level 1 dice. Okay, so my magic stat is actually 3, which means I can roll all 3 of these dice in one round. Fantastic. I spent my XP. And we have to do the weather check. We got flooding. Okay, flooding is a bit exhausting because flooding means that we can only move 2 on the overland map, and it also means that certain quests actually check for flooding. Plus, if you would want to run further, you could like run up to twice, I believe, your movement value. Then you would, instead of getting light fatigue, you would get over fatigued. But yeah, let's not do that right now. We will actually pass the day, and we're on day 3. time passes when you're having fun. Okay, let's hop into this Bright Throat Village. Okay, which means a town encounter is coming up. Okay, we still got trainers available, we have a few items, and we have the quest board. And then hopefully next day we can already hop into a interesting fight. Okay, so we got some magic trainer, which is actually quite cool. We also have an interesting amount of items. Let me get them out. That's one common. And 3 legendary items. Okay. We got some personal items. Okay. Enchanted Adventurer. While in Magicka, the Enchanted Adventurer heals for HP equal to the damage they deal. Okay. Okay, but I would need to discard that. So yeah, it's a one-shot. Well, let's check out the trainers as well. As you can see, there's lots of skill lines here. And I saw that we have a magic skill line here, but which one is it? Okay, it's Restoring Light. Okay, it's like a healing. It's a healing thing. I don't know. I just want to rush in and see what I can do. I mean, Shadow is also quite interesting, because with Shadow we could also gain stealth status, which makes it a bit easier potentially with some of the enemies, but I think I will actually get another side quest here. Okay, so this one here, Gold Rush. During your next stealth, each time a non-quest enemy would be deployed, flip its chip in the air and deploy the enemy that lands face up. Whoa, okay. Because there's, on the flip side of the enemy, there's the more difficult version. Or the easier version, depending on which one you have to pull. Okay, interesting. So, after initiating an encounter on an unstable landmark, but before the day's reward phase, each adventurer draws enemies from the level 10-20 enemy bag until they draw a... what are these called? Well, one of the ones with the horns. The adventurer may choose which to use. Okay, then they gain light fatigue equal to the enemy's combat stat and tenacity equal to the enemy's defense stat, and return all drawn enemies to the bag. After each adventurer has done this, complete the step and gain 1 XP. Okay, so ideally we'd have an item that can get rid of some of the light fatigue. Okay, so I got 2 side quests now, and potentially I will actually get... I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna get. Maybe I'll just gonna get another potential skill line, because I can. Let's get the shield one. I don't know, I am a mage, so I don't really have that much shield. One hand and shield. Okay, there we go. Thank you, trainer. Okay, so we're gonna move this actually to my hero sheet here, and I think I will... what are you doing here? That's why I didn't find you. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, we got shield. One hand and shield. We don't get any dice yet. We will have to buy them. But yeah, basically it is for damage prevention and also for fighting. Yeah. Could be interesting. Let's see about that. Okie dokie. I'd say we wrap this here up. and carry on with the day, which means we get reward phase. Obviously, there's no reward. We could upgrade something, and we have to check for weather. Weather here says rainy. Okay, we didn't make much progress yet. So I would say we go to this unstable landmark here. Let's see what we get here. We're actually on day number 4 in the meantime already. Okay. Unstable landmark, here we go. And we got an encounter. Okay, this is not a peaceful encounter, this is a battle. We have the origins of the species. A tortured snarl breaks the muffled silence of the marsh. It sounds vaguely familiar, certainly animal, though you can't recall exactly what kind. Rounding a copse of trees, you see the source of the noise and understand your confusion at its origins. The creature before you looks like something you've seen before, but different. A new breed or animal, or perhaps some unholy hybrid. And huge too. Immense. Further study of this creature could lead to new insights into the nature of Black Marsh. You aren't the first to notice this beast as special. A ragged mercenary group has crowded around it, ready to bring down what is sure to be a valuable prize. Okay. We have to stop the poachers here. This is a clash. So let me add out the clash tiles. So there's 2 different... or actually 3 different ways to fight. Here we have so-called clashes, which always happen on this battlefield here. We have delves, and we do have dungeons. Yeah, let's see whether I can get that on properly. Let's just overlap that here a bit. Sorry, rainy weather. Actually, let's push that out so that we don't forget what we said here. But yeah, as you can see, this game actually needs a lot of space. Okay, so we add player level 1 enemies to the EP and deploy them last. Okay, the first enemy deployed must be like a very specific kind here, and its health stat is doubled. Okay, this unit is the new species. This encounter is failed if the new species is defeated. Other enemies treat the new species as an opposing unit. Okay, this encounter is successful if, at the end of round 5, both the new species and at least one adventurer are undefeated and all other enemies are defeated. Okay, this could be interesting. In addition, we initiated an encounter on an unstable landmark. But yeah, okay. Let's see. Our EP, our enemy points, is the amount of XP times the players. So this is a solo game. I have 4 total XP, which means we have an EP of 4. Okay, and we're gonna draw enemies. We're gonna draw 1 that goes on to number 1. Here on the card we have number 2. There we go. We have number 3, a skeleton, beautiful, and we have number 4, which will sit right here actually. And then we do have an extra one and deploy them last because of that card here that sits on 5. And we do have... Oh, the first enemy deployed must be the special icon, see? There's lots of stuff that you can actually miss here. Let's see whether I can get one. Okay, there we go. That's the number 1. A wolf. Oh, a very special wolf, I guess. Okay, we also got some chests that we can open here. Or loot that we can collect. Common loot at that. I can place my hero here, and let's place some health. Okay, so we got 6 on this guy here. On the Nord Bandit, we have 4 on the wolf. Actually, we have to double that, so that's 8. Okay, that's 8 chips. Whoa, that's the new species. We have 2, that's the skeleton. We have 5, and this one, as you can see, has a native skill. The native skill in Black Marsh is that they will basically, depending on the weather, that's why the weather is important, steal some of your bunked dice here. I don't really make use of that as a mage that much, at least not right now. So let's see about that. Okay, so we have this, and we do have this here as well. But before that, after initiating an encounter on an unstable landmark, but before the day's reward phase. Okay, so that's actually later. But this one here is also after a party member defeats a non-quest enemy with enemy skill native. Okay, that would be this Imperial Bandit here. You may choose to place it on this card. Okay, that's where we have to collect some of those. This one has steal, and yeah, this comes in pretty handy. There's enemy skill reference. There's a lot of different skills. Steal basically means that they will try to steal some of your items. Oh, surprise, surprise, before they actually attack. Aggressive. This one here means that it will actually re-roll dice if it doesn't hit. So yeah. Okay, I get to start. I can change my stance if I want to. I don't want to. Let me zoom out just a bit. So that we maybe also get this on. No, doesn't really. Okay, well, then we do it like that. Okay, so let's see. I have 3 of these, and I have a magic stat of 3, which means I can actually use all 3 to attack. And I'm just gonna try this guy here. Again, our battle objective is to basically defeat everything at the end of, but the new species and at least 1 adventurers are undefeated. Okay, we have to set this round counter here to 1. We're in round 1 basically, and we have to continue moving that forward. If we're in the 6th, or from the 6th round on onwards, we will get fatigue, which I don't really want. Yeah, but let's see. Okay, let's attack this guy and go. Oh, sorry, I actually started my turn in the, interesting, already set. Tenacity. If you start your turn in Magicka, gain 1 tenacity. Okay, we have, and we need to check the items here. We do have 2 of the ones that give me 2 tenacity and deal 1 true damage to any 1 adventurer, which is not ideal. I do not have to resolve them, so this is already actually a bad roll for me, I would say. But I got tenacity, which is fantastic. So I have 2 tenacity, and I can actually use Power Surge here. That costs like 1 tenacity. For every additional tenacity that I spend, I can recover 1 of the dice here. And I already engaged once. I will do that again as well. And by doing so, I can actually gain a light fatigue here in order to attack again. Well, I only have 1 die, but yeah, I guess better than nothing. Let's try this guy again. Okay, so I got deal 2 damage to your target, which is better than nothing. This guy doesn't have any armor, so he had 6 life, and now he's down to 4. Okay, problem is also, like I said, that they treat our awesome species wolf here. Actually, this wolf has what repost 2. Let me check what that is. It means each turn, the first time this unit is dealt damage by an adjacent opposing unit, this unit will then deal damage back, so long as it was not defeated. Okay, so it does 2 damage back. Okay, fair enough. So maybe this new species manages to kill everyone off. Let's see. Okay, but that was kind of me. I might be able to still move 1. Sorry, I did actually 2 engages, so I cannot move anymore. fair enough. Or can I? Yes, I think I can. I just cannot move twice and then engage. Okay. I got that. Now it's the enemy's turn. Okay, let's see. The enemy with the highest level starts first. They're all level 1, so it doesn't really matter. So I can basically decide whatever I want here. This one here targets the one with the highest life, which in this case is still the wolf. And we'll try to attack it. Let's see. We roll 2 damage. Okay, not ideal. But there we are. We do 2 damage. This wolf does not have any armor. Sadly, not an armored wolf. But he will deal 2 damage back because of his riposte ability. Okay. Next one. This one here actually will also target the one with the highest amount of life, which is, at this point of time, still the wolf. And he has 2 combat dice. Let's see what we get there. 2 and nothing. Okay, but he's aggressive, which means he will re-roll that 4 damage. Okay, poor Wolfie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he only has 2 life left, actually. Not looking that good, actually, for this endangered species here. And does 2 damage back. This one has 1 armor. It's only 1. Then we have the Imperial Bandit, which is going for the one with the least amount of life, which in that case is actually me. And we have this one here, same, targets the one with the least amount of life, and he also moves tries to get closer to me. Okay, that was the first turn. Second turn, I get to recover based on my cooldown stat value 2 dice, which I will fit in here again. And I will zoom out again so that we can see a bit more. Okay, we have, well, so what am I going to do actually? I start in magic, which means I gain 1 tenacity, but I do not have much. So let me walk 1, 2 here actually. Yeah. And see whether I can actually do something with these normal combat dice here. Okay, which means I move into my combat stance, which I can do at the beginning of an engage. And, well, I deal him 2 damage and I gain tenacity. This guy, again, does not have any armor and he only has 2 life left. So he goes onto the defeated enemy stack. So that's that for him. And I think I will have to take another light fatigue, sadly, because I need to get rid of enemies. Otherwise, the wolf might be gone in a second, which you might be anyways, but yeah, you never know. And I'll just target this orc bandit here. And I will change again into another stance here. And this one actually does 4 damage if I want to activate it, and 1 true damage to me. Actually, yeah, why not? This one does 2 damage, so I can do 6 damage plus 1 for me. That's perfectly fine. That basically gets rid of this guy here. Okay. Now, this was my turn. Now it's the enemy's turn again. Okay, I have more life than everyone else right now, but this skeleton would still try to attack the wolf because it targets the one with the least amount of HP. So he uses actually just 1 die here. Okay, 2 damage. The poor wolf. Okay, that's it for the poor wolf. And yeah, with that we already fail the first objective. And that's it. Okay. That's it. So the question is, does it actually stop here or not? I don't think that this... Well, I fear that this might still continue. I can tactically retreat. I mean, it's failed already anyways. If I want to retreat, then this guy's turn is obviously still happening. He's trying to target me. And let's see whether he can... Well, he hits me for 1 damage. Okay. Well, again, I'm retreating. Get me out of here. Okay, these two guys, yeah, I didn't manage them at all this time around. And yeah, sadly I didn't manage to save the wolf, which means we can clear up the clash. The enemies, etc., etc. And that's it. We will continue to the reward phase. No reward for me. But I still get to... Oh, well. So we have this here. After initiating an encounter on an unstable landmark, which we did actually, but before the day's reward phase, okay, actually before that, each adventurer draws enemies from the level 10 and 20 bag. Okay, these are the harder ones. If both sides of the enemy chip have... Draw a... Let's see. It's not the right one. Not the right one. Okay. Ah, there we have one. Okay. So we got a Dremora. And now I gain light fatigue equal to the enemy's combat stat. Okay, that's 3 light fatigue. And tenacity equal to the enemy's defense stat. That's 2. Okay, so I gain 3 light fatigue. It's filling up here. And I gain 2 tenacity. 1, 2. After each adventurer has done this, complete this quest and gain 1 XP. Okay. Skip the day's adventurer's rest. Oh no. Okay, so I cannot get any health back this round. But, as you can see, we finished our first side quest, which is fantastic because we need to finish side quests for our guild quest here. And that means now the second part of the guild quest actually starts. Then initiate a town encounter in 3 different towns. Okay, so we need to visit 3 different towns in order to actually trigger these encounters and get XP on the way there. Okay, we will still go into the rewards phase. As I said, I got 1 XP because of that. Let's see whether I do anything with that. Yes, I think actually I will use that 1 XP to buy myself some more health. This health is active immediately, so I have 3 health here right now because I'm not well rested, and I can actually, well, I cannot get rid of anything because I have to skip the adventurer's rest phase. But, oh, well, we have to check this card here, and it says that we will keep our weather where it is because there is no new icon. Okay, next. Let's maybe... I think I will actually head into Deadwater Village for the next day. Okay, that means actually we can remove this counter here. Oh, I received 1 XP. So that XP dial went up to 5, and we're on day 5 already. We're halfway through, and I'm just like on 5 XP, so this is obviously not ideal. We have the Deadwater Village. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, there we go. What do we have here? Deadwater Village is home to the Deadwater tribe of Agonians, known primarily among other Agonians for their militarism and isolationism. Okay, despite their reputation, the Deadwater will give a cautious welcome to those who treat the way with respect. Well, let's be cautious. Okay, camp under the stars at the start of this encounter. If the weather is sunny, well, it is not. Too bad. We have 3 common to legendaries. Okay, and we do have 2 trainers available. Even though I don't think that I will train anything this time round, I think I will just try to get some items. What do we have? We got some food here. We got a sweet roll. Discard this item, then adventurers may recover a collective total of up to 4 dice from the cooldown tracks. Sounds useful. The rabbit haunch with cheese grits. Discard this item, then roll any number of enemy combat dice and heal for HP exactly equal to the damage rolled up to your health stat. Okay. We also have this Breton Jack. I'm not sure. Okay, I will just get this Breton Jack to recover 1 combat skill die. And I will get the Rabbit Haunch so that we can get some health back if necessary. Okay, that basically was this town here. I didn't do anything else. I did my 2 actions and we visited the first town. Okay, so basically on to the next day. We're gonna check for changes in the weather and oh no, we're back to flooding. I can do the Adventurous Rest phase, which means I get 1 HP back since I'm in the Adept difficulty. Might not have chosen that so well. But we will get 1 of my blue dice back here as well. Okie dokie. Then let's continue. We will hop into the, well, what's our life total right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hell, why not? Let's do the... well, let's do this. Let's try this encounter. I mean, yeah. Okay, we get keep Ailed on it. Ailed ruins are rare finds indeed, but especially so in the bogs of Black Marsh, and yet it seems you have stumbled upon one all the same. The entrance is blocked by some rubble with a note left behind. Be warned, any who think to enter. Disturbing the forgotten ruins of Black Marsh can uncover unspeakable dangers. Looks under rocks. Okay, looks under rocks. Thank you for this warning. Okay, so we do have a clash here. That's interesting. For this clash, use the 3 hex and 17 hex tiles. Okay, so like I said, clash is always the same. Apparently they're not. Okay, we got this one here. 3 hexes. Okay. So we got that. That actually connects to here, and that connects to here. And we got our start tile. Okay. So, let's see. And we're still in... I think we were flooding, right? Were we rainy, flooding? I don't know. Okay, let's see. We actually want to ignore all icons on the tiles, instead deploying enemies and caches as indicated. Okay, well, that's good. Only deploy number of players enemies and number of players plus 1 caches. Okay, for every 5 points remaining in the EP after deploying enemies, add 1 HP to all enemies. May exceed health stat. Okay, caches are not discarded when lockpick check is failed. The defense stat of all enemies is equal to the number of caches on the battle map. Okay. If the weather is flooding, you cannot retreat from this battle. Fantastic. Okay, so let's do that. I guess we have an enemy pool of, let's see, 5. Okie dokie. Which means actually that we draw 1 level 5 enemy. And that is on number 1 in the very center. 1, 2, 3. Good. That is in the very center here. And we do have 2, 3, 4, 5 caches here. Okay. Let's see about that. We're gonna start here. And as you can also see, I actually have a lot of stuff in my cooldown track, which is, not ideal, I guess. So let's try to get rid of that a bit. It also says... Oh, and player +1 caches. Okay, so... the furthest away, so 2 caches actually. For every 5 points remaining, okay, so we don't have anything remaining. Caches are not discarded when a lockpick check is failed. Defense stat of all enemies is equal to the number of caches on the battle map, which is 2, actually. Okay. So we basically just have to get rid of this guy. Can we do that? He has dodge and steal. Steal, again, we had that before, but dodge, let's check it out. When this unit is engaged by an opposing unit, prevent damage dealt to this unit equal to the number of rolled skill dice that do not deal damage. Okay, usually it doesn't matter if you miss. In that case now, it matters. Okay, which means we're gonna get started. I can recover 2 of my dice here at the start because of my cooldown stat, and I will actually use my power surge, and I did start in magic stance, which meant I have 5, so I can drain that and use power surge to get 4 dice out of here, which already looks much more civil. Okay. And we will actually now start to fight. Let's use what we got and see how far we get, actually. We have a magic set of 3, we're in range and in sight. Actually, let's run 2 as well, because why not? It doesn't really matter. Once we actually get down some of these caches or manage to open some of these caches, the stat for the enemy would actually decrease. That would actually be nice. But yeah, let's see what I roll. Okay, so we have 4 damage here, and I'm gonna ignore that because it just deals myself damage. We got 4 damage, which deals him 2 damage, since he has currently a defense of 2. Gets him down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And let's see what else I can actually do. I already moved 2. Yeah, I think kind of that's where I'm at right now. Okay. Let's see. Let's try to maybe move that down a bit so that I can zoom in a bit more again. Okay, there we go. And we should be playing him now. So he's actually gonna move into range 1, and he's gonna attack with 2. But before he does that, since he targets me, he does steal. If I roll higher than my health, which is currently sitting unhealthily at 4, he's gonna steal an item. Obviously, I did roll 6. Okay, fair enough. Steal an item. I hope you're happy. I will... Okay, I'll just get rid of the Breton check because, yeah, I don't know. I hope I don't need it. And he's gonna attack me. 4, 2. Okay. I don't have any armor because I'm open as can be. And we'll... lose 2 life. Okay, that's not looking so healthy now. But here we are. I have this item here that I could eat now. It's my turn. Sorry, I forgot the turn counter. I'm gonna set it to 2. We're on turn 2. And eat this rabbit haunch with cheese grits. Discard this item, then roll any number of enemy combat dice. Any number. Heal for HP exactly equal to the damage rolled up to your health stats. Then if you're at full HP, gain 1 over fatigue. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this and see what I get. I got 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's certainly the amount of the health that I have. So I heal 3 actually. We could have had that easier. I will not get any excess, but I will get over fatigue, which sadly comes back. It's not ideal, but hey, that's what we do. Okay, I will recover 2 of my dice here. Which is sadly just cooldown dice, but I'm in my magic stance, which means I get 1 tenacity, and I will actually switch stances. No, actually I'm gonna run. I'm gonna move twice, 1, 2, and 1, 2 again, which means I cannot attack, but I'm gonna try to open this lock. Or this cache here. Okay, so we got, where are the picking dice? Here. Okay, I got 3 tries, and I need the numbers 4, 6, and 3, and I can take light fatigue to alter the result of one of the dice. Okay, there I have the 4 already. That's fantastic. I'm gonna lock that in. 2 more rolls. Not so sure about that. I'll just try again. Okay. Well, 5, but yeah, the 1 doesn't really help. Can I make that work somehow? This into a 6, this into a 3. No, I couldn't make that work. Okay, fair enough. Well, I didn't manage this one this time round, but I did try my best, and that's all that counts. We're in our next round, number 3. It's still the enemy's turn, obviously. So the enemy is like, hey, where did you go? Okay, I'm gonna follow you around. I'm gonna attack you. Oh, I'm gonna try to steal something first. I mean, I don't have much that he can steal anymore. He didn't manage anyways. And then he's gonna hit me with nothing, thankfully. Okay, that's good. So nothing happens. We're gonna increase the round counter from round 2 to round 3. Okay, somehow I think I'll just go for this guy now and just try to do as much damage as I can. Let's see how I fare here. I'm gonna roll one of these to see what I can do. I don't have enough tenacity. Okay, I deal him 2 damage, which sadly gets actually negated. Okay, I'm gonna change my combat stance and take on some light fatigue and see whether I can do anything here. Okay, also 2 damage, which sadly gets negated. Okay, obviously not ideal. I'm still gonna try to open this lock here. Let's see, 2, 5, 2. Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna take another light fatigue because I can never get enough light fatigue. But that means this cache is open. Let's see what's in it. A red card maple shield. Oh, fantastic. If I would ever be in a shield stance, this would be helpful. For each combat skill die, roll disengage, move 1 fatigue in your cooldown track to the rightmost position in the track. Okay. And then it's actually this guy's turn again, and he's gonna try to steal first. Let's see. No, he won't manage. And he is going to attack with 1. Okay. So he does 1 damage, basically. That's it. And it's my turn. Okay. I'm actually recovering some dice here again. And we have to increase the combat round counter here as well. From 3 to 4, actually. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit him again. With what I got. Actually, wait, he only has... No, I'm gonna run again, actually. We might run into over fatigue, but that's what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I cannot do anything else. So it's his turn again. He's like, hey, where did you go? I'm gonna find you. Okay, find me. Deal me 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, basically that's it for my little adventurer here, unless I make use of guild support. Should I already make use of guild support? Well, I'm actually not sure whether this makes sense or whether I should just get be defeated. On the other hand, it would be nice to get some of these XP and some of the items here. I will actually... I think I'm just gonna call on the guild support, because why not? So just so that you know how it works as well. So I will basically ask my guild. You can do that once per game. And just let me get that here, guild assist. Okay. So guild assist means you immediately heal to your HP, full HP. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means I get another one, 5. Then I can recover any number of exhausted and drained skill dice, which is good, because I'll take these back. And remove all fatigue. And I get to draw 2 items, a legendary item and a common item. And I drew here Drodder's Withering Edge, which is a sword, and I drew a staff. Deal yourself 1 damage to increase your range by 3 for this engage and ignore sight. Okay, that's also quite nice. I'm gonna equip that. And I will continue. Also, I can set the round counter to whatever I want it to be, so I set it to 1, obviously. But yeah, that's also why you only get to do this like 1 time per game. Yeah, now you know how it works. As if it would have been my intention to show you that. Okay. I will go potentially... Okay, well, it's my turn now. We increased the turn counter. I'm gonna try this here. Because I can still hit him, in theory. And I will roll 4, 6, and 2. 4, 3, and 2. Okay. 4, 6, and 2. Okay, there we go. Another item. We got some food. Discard this item. Then remove all over fatigue from your cooldown track. And heal for 1 HP for each die removed. Okay. I can put it into my pack. I can only have 4 active items at the same time. But this is gone. So now he has a defense value of 0. Now I'm gonna hit him with all I got here. I'm gonna change into my magic stance here and see what I can do. Okay. 2. Wow. Not so much, but I guess that's what it is. Actually, I'm gonna take 2 tenacity here and use my power surge. To recover a total of 2 dice, and I'm gonna take some light fatigue to attack him again. Let's see. I didn't remove his life here. 1, 2. Okay, so he's down by another 2. Okay, so basically that should be him. And there we go. Bye-bye, Brayton Marauder. Okay. He goes back into his bag. This conquer is basically achieved. Everything's gone. I'm still alive, which is good. And we can dissolve that. But yeah, you can see how this actually works. Okay, now I do get in the reward phase, actually. I do get my 2 XP, 2 XP here. And this also means that I have to up this counter here by 2. So we're going to 8. Okay, and I can actually buy some stuff. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna bunk my XP to buy the cooldown, better cooldown. But it's end of the day. I'm healing, since we're adept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 HP. And I can recover 1 die, which obviously will be this one. And these actually go in there. Okay, that's that. I think on the next day, which it is now, surprise. Well, first of all, we need to see whether the weather changes. The weather changes to rainy. Okay. And I'm gonna walk to this peaceful encounter now. 1, 2. Let's see. Mending fences. As you pass by a small soldier's farm, you see a shirtless, middle-aged Argonian struggling with a broken fence post that sunk into the mud. Spotting you, he attempts to wave you over, cursing as the effort allows the post to slip back into the mire. The Dark Elves think all is forgiven now that the pact has been signed, the farmer spits. But they still control the soldier's markets, and they didn't respect the land they worked if it wasn't home to a mer. I'm trying to get by on my own now, but it's getting harder all the time to have anything left over after I feed the Quama. Care to lend a hand for an afternoon? Okay. So let's see. Are we nice? So either we don't have time for this, or we help make the repairs. If we help make the repairs, each adventurer either gains 3 light fatigue or is dealt 2 true damage. And skip today's adventure a rest step until you're, unless you're occupying, okay, like a special village, which we're not. But we would get 2 XP. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, light fatigue, I can actually get rid of light. Yeah, whatever. Let's just take that on. We take 3 light fatigue. Good, we just got rid of light fatigue. We can have more light fatigue, and we get 2 XP, which is nice. Okay, we only have spots here for 3 XP, so we have to remember that we have 1 extra one, and we have to up the counter here. So we're at 10 already. But we're at 4 XP right now. That means in our reward phase now, we're actually able to buy something. Cooldown here, which costs 3, so I have 1 XP left. And with that 1 XP, actually, I'm gonna buy another health chip here. Because I think I will not be able to survive otherwise. Okay, we also get to recover 1 here. We have to check the weather. The weather is flooding. We didn't arrive at the best of times here, I guess, at the Black Marsh. It's like flooded all the time. But yeah. Okay, so I did that. I don't think that I forgot anything. Well, at least I hope so. And that means we're going to move into the next city, actually, I say, to the Stonewastes. Okay, Stonewastes. Let's see. Okay. Though others might see Stonewastes as a lowly river village, its residents are proud of their home. They are guarded by the legendary warriors known as the Four Winds, who recently reunited to fight off a new threat to the town they love. Okay, I can train with the Four Winds. After populating trainers, the party may replace any non... What is that? Actually, sword skill lines from the trainers with the randomly drawn sword skill lines. If the party chooses to do this, the town square is closed for this encounter. Okay. What can we do here? We can get a companion. Well, companions are always fun, but they only last so long. And I would really like to summon some, actually, which is good fun. But we get common and legendary items. Okay, so we got Barney, a pet actually. Do we want a pet? A pet barnacle-back coral crab. When you would gain a status die, your main stat placed 1 HP on this. Once there are 2 HP chips, it's gone. Okay, can suck up statuses. Discard the item, then flip a non-quest crab enemy in play to its opposite side. Adjust its HP to its printed health stack. stat? Well, I'm not so sure. Or deal one adjacent enemy damage equal to the amount of fatigue in your cooldown track. Okay, well, it seems like I always have a lot of fatigue in my cooldown track. But I think that I might not be doing this one. I will take the Argonian Stalker, because we didn't have any companions yet, so let me check that actually, because there's like a lot of potential ones here. The Argonian Stalker. We will only have him for the next quest, but I mean, if he can help us, that might actually be nice. But where is he? Where are you, Argonian Stalker? Okay. Return it to its enemy bag. See, I didn't see that. So he's actually an enemy. Not like one of these super special potential other companions that you can get. Let's see. Oh well, it's a level 10. Wrong bag. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of enemy variety here. Let's get this. An Argonian Stalker. Okay, so we do have a lot of things here. Argonian Warlord. Nope, not this time. Nope, we have Argonian Behemoth. Would also be nice. Argonian Stalker, so there we go. Okay. He has Daze and Rally, and he has actually 6 lives. So yeah, I mean, we're a weak little Dark Elf Sorcerer mage person. So yeah, I think this could be actually quite useful. Okay, so we got him, and we will, since everything else is kind of closed, we will take this Ancient Dragon Guard Burial Mask, and I will actually switch that with this one in here. Okay. So we got that. Okay, that was that. We get to restore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nothing. Fantastic, but we get to get one of these dice back. And we can continue after checking for the weather. The weather says it's gonna be rainy. Okay, rainy weather. We are on round 7. Okay. Maybe I still try actually to show you a delve as well. Let's see. Let's walk 1, 2 here to this peaceful encounter. There's a con artist. Okay, let's see. What can we do? As you prepare to bed down for the night, you're approached by an exceptionally pale high elf with a milky eye. She is clutching a small bottle of liquid stopped up with a large cork, which she holds out to you. "Are you in need of a bargaining chip in these blackest of marshes?" she asks. "I'm offering his sap at reduced rates. My supplier gets me samples at a discount, and I pass on the savings to fine adventurers like you." Doesn't sound dodgy at all. You weren't born yesterday. This his sap seems about as real as a treasure map to the eye of Agonia. However, even a fake can be valuable in the right hands. Okay, so we can either take the offer, or what you look like, some kind of sap. A good one. You graciously decline the offer, but browse her other wares and choose some loot. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Choose one adventurer and draw some loot. We say, thank you so much, but not this time round. We're gonna have some loot instead. The Found Hoof Powder. Okay, we can refresh a potion with this one. That also means that we get 1 XP in the reward phase, and we can actually use that to do something good, hopefully. Or can we? No, not really. 1 is just not enough. But I will up the XP here as well. And let's continue. I get to remove 1 die. I can remove 1 of these. And let's hop over on the next day to Vunok. Okay, so forever mine. Judging by the pile of rusted detritus outside of this cave, you've stumbled across a long-derailed mining operation. These days, it's hard to know why a mine gets shut down. Did the veins run dry or did the war get too close? Maybe there was a cave-in. There's no way of knowing what caused the miners to pack up shop, unless you go inside. You're torn. Picking up a pickaxe and heading underground could be lucrative, but digging through this big mound of scrap outside might end up being safer. Okay, so we got the option to do a delve here, which is fantastic and what I was looking for. Explore the mine. After each time a new delve tile is revealed, we have to roll a d6 as well. Okay, a delve is slightly different, a slightly different type of encounter. And we start with this tile here. Okay, let's try to make a bit of space here. All takes a lot of space, like I said, so it's good to have some space to expand, but let's see whether we can get a bit closer to see actually what's going on. Okay, so we place our heroes here, and we have to explore now. So basically we do not know what's coming, and there's like special cards that we have to draw. So let's get on to that. I will remain in the magic stance, which means that I actually get 1 tenacity, and I get to remove 3 now because my cooldown stat is 3 of the light fatigue, which means my cooldown track is empty. I want to explore the mine here, so I'll take the first card, and we have to actually collect here. So basically the objective is uncover. Uncover means that we have to actually get 3 sky shards, which is not so easy, but yeah, let's see how far we get. Treasure cache. We will need 1 of these here, and we have to connect that in a way that this shared tile connects to 1 of these entrances here. That's how we build the delve. When revealed after deploying enemies, place a loot in each unoccupied hex on this tile. Okay, that's interesting, but it does have a trap. Traps kind of work like rolling for loot, but yeah, for now, if we would enter that, a trap would spring. We have, actually that's also interesting, we have currently an enemy pool of 11. We can draw 1 level 5 enemy here. Not level 10 or 20, please. Okay. And we will... Oh, sorry, I forgot my Argonian Stalker already, who's going to join us as well. He will... A level 5, I said. There we go. A Wood Elf Marauder. Okay. After deploying enemies, place a loot on each unoccupied hex on this tile. So the thing is, yeah, that's a treasure cache. Okay, fantastic. But the problem is there's no sky shard here. We have to collect sky shards, and we do not have that much time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to abandon this path here, and I'm going to move up here 1 and open up the next one. Which means also none. Okay. Let's get that. We have the narrow causeway here. And let's try to build something that also makes sense here, more or less. We have a level 1 enemy here. And a tight squeeze. Adventurers cannot move onto or be placed onto this tile if there is another adventurer already occupying it. Okay, that's an environment condition, basically, that we have here. And we will have to place 1 loot, as per that card, onto one of the loot icons here, and we have a level 1 enemy now, which we will place on the furthest away spot here. Okay, so I moved 2. I'm adjacent to this. So I'm inside of this guy here. He has actually 3. He has retreat. What does retreat do again? Retreat. At the end of this unit's turn, if no units took damage this turn, this unit gains a stealth status that heals for 1 HP. So actually we want to do him damage. We also got this guy down here, obviously, that has 5 life, and our Argonian Stalker, which can move 2. So yeah, let's attack this one with all our magical might here and see how far we get. Okay, we got, oh, that's 6. Okay, so here's toast. That was good. Enemy stack. And we, yeah, basically just moved 1 actually before, sorry. So I would move in and then attack, obviously. And then this guy moves, let's say, 1, 2. He can move up to 2. He's a companion. And he can still attack this Wood Elf Marauder here. Companions use the enemy dice to attack. And for 1 damage, well, that doesn't do anything. And he has dodge, actually, so he would remove that to 0 anyways. He also has Wine Snare. After this unit's engage, its target must drain 1 available combat skill die. Well, thankfully, this is just a companion. Doesn't matter. Okay. So, now, it is actually round 1. I tend to forget that. We also have to play the enemies now, so 3 combat dice actually. Actually, we engaged with the companion, so this guy will get a daze die because he has daze. Where is it? This one here. The unit cannot roll dice on the same turn it moves, and it cannot move on the same turn it rolls dice. But at the end of this turn, this daze effect is gone, basically, but he's only gonna attack for 3. I have like 1 in armor, so we have 4 left. There we go. And the dazed die disappears. We are on round 2. Okay, let's continue with this stuff. 1, 2. Let's open that up and see where it leads. We get in. Oh my, this is not looking good. I mean, it's not so bad. It's just like that we didn't pull any sky shards yet. Suspicious Pond. Disturbed water. When an adventurer ends this turn on this tile, they heal for 2 HP and roll a d6. And on a 1 or 6, deploy an enemy to the closest unoccupied hex. And the enemy's level is based on the player, and 1 player would be level 1. Okay. So we got this here with an environmental effect. Actually, we could, no, let's not connect these two. Otherwise, this enemy can easily get to me. Okay, I did walk 2. I can still walk 2 without engaging anyone. And I will still attack this guy here with my 2 dice. Let's see whether I can do anything good here. 1, no, but he's still gonna get daze again. It's the enemy's turn. He's gonna attack my poor Argonian Stalker here with 3 dice. For 2, I have 1 defense, so there we go. Okay, now it's the next round, number 3, and I'm just really trying... Oh, I forgot to roll a die here, actually. Let me rewind that. 1, fantastic. Okay, so a level 1 enemy spawned here. Level 1 enemy, and in the closest unoccupied hex. He's got 3 lives. Okay. I'm still trying to be as fast as I can here, though. I mean, he's gonna attack because he actually spawned last round. With 1 die for 1 life, okay. And he's also Stalwart. Stalwart means the unit can lose more than 1 HP in a single turn. Fantastic, okay. I'm gonna run away, because that's what I do. I'm gonna go 1. Oh, okay, so there we go. We have 1 Sky Shard right up here, right? So that means if we enter this, we will actually have 1 Sky Shard. Okay. One, 2. Let's do this. And we enter. When revealed, if no enemies deployed to the title, each adventurer gains 2 tenacity, but we can deploy an enemy here, which means an enemy will be deployed here. Okay, level 1 with 1, 2, 3. That actually disappeared. And we do have to take into account this Sky Shard here. So we collect the Sky Shard immediately, but then we have to check the Sky Shard conditions here. And if you have 1, which we do, deploy 1 level 5 enemy to any unoccupied hex on the tile and apply a dazed status die to it. Okay. So we also have a level 5 one here. Okay, that is not ideal. Over here. But he's dazed. I mean, that means he cannot attack and run at the same time. But yeah, let's see whether this does make any difference. We have 4. He's got Bane and Enfeeble 3. Okay. Bane, after this unit's engage, apply Bane status die to this unit's target. And Enfeeble, after this unit's engage, it target gains number of light fatigue. Oh, 3 light fatigue after the attack. Okay, I will actually run away again. Let's see, 1, 2. This doesn't look so good. I'm ending here again, which means potentially I could heal. Yes, I could heal for 2 HP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 6, which is my total, because of this environmental effect that we have in place here. And then, yeah, I did run. This guy can still attack. He's just holding down the fort over there. Let's see. With 2, he's gonna deal him 1 damage, actually. Well, it's better than nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4 left. And again, a daze die for him. And he's gonna attack back. Level 5 enemy with 3. So that's one of ours already. 1, 2, 3. Well, he deals him 2 damage. The Marauder is, the Argonian Stalker is actually going down. We have another level 5, which means he moves first as well. And he has to move, but he has daze, which also means that he will not attack this round, which is good for me. And we have this one here, which would like to move, but I do not think that it can actually move through the enemy. Not 100% sure, but I don't think so. And this one moves into range 1 and attacks me with 1 here. Deals me 1 damage. This mud crab. Okay, next turn. We're in round 4. We're gonna go here. 1. 1. Okay, there's an armory. Okay, tricky. Let's open it up. When revealed, either discard this card and draw a new one, or you are dealt 2 true damage. Well, why? Okay, because I would actually get some bonus here if I have these 2 shards. So no, I'm gonna take the true damage because I need the Sky Shards. And then we will have to populate with level 5. The furthest Well, I'm very curious whether I make it out of here alive. And level 1, slightly closer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And this level 1 here. Okay. Let's see. I did not enter yet, so I'm gonna enter. Obviously, I was here before 1, 2. No, I was here actually. 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't think that I stand much chance, to be honest. I have like 2 shards here. And the adventurer turn phase immediately. Each adventurer... Oh, okay. As soon as I enter. Each adventurer may heal to full HP and gain 5 tenacity. But 2, 3, 4, 5... Well, I can heal for 1. And gain 5 tenacity. Doesn't help me that much. I mean, I'm gonna do a power surge and get these... No, that doesn't do much either. Actually, I got this back at the beginning of the turn. I'm gonna just stand there. Okay, fantastic. This guy is still gonna attack though for 2. 2 damage, which means I'm doing 1 damage again. Wow. Okay, slowly but steadily he is chipping away on the Wood of Marauder's life force here. We also have the... Oh yeah, basically he's dazed again. Okay, he's gonna attack me back. Let's see whether he still makes it. 4 damage. No, sorry, that's it for my little Marauder here. And this guy is not moving, but he's also not doing anything else anymore. This guy, the Agonian Marauder, has a range of 2, so I'm actually in range. Diverted and Feeble. What does Divert do? This unit cannot lose its last HP unless it is already at 1 HP prior to taking damage. Okay. Difficult. I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to run, actually. I think I'm running out of options here. But yeah, he's gonna attack me with 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. That's it. Okay. And I get 2, Enfeeble 2, I get 2 Light Fatigue. Then this guy's gonna come with 1, and he is in range now, will attack me. He will do Bane. After the engage, I will get a Bane status, okay. But yeah, 1. And I will get 1 damage. I think I'm going down this round. I will get a Bane die. Okay, fair enough. Bane actually does... Oopsie. That I'm getting 1 true damage at the start of each of my turns. Okay, until it is gone. And now the level 1s, actually. So this guy will attack me with 1 die. Okay, he misses. This guy will attack. He'll actually move and attack for 1. And yep, that's actually me, because I do not have anything sensible that I can use anymore. And I'm defeated. Okay, defeat doesn't really mean anything super bad. It just means that the encounter failed. Okay, too bad. But I'm on the uncover one. Oh, actually, I should have actually retreated. Didn't think about that. Could have done that. Then I would have actually gotten these 2 Sky Shards as XP. Since I got defeated, I do not get the Sky Shards as XP, which is too bad. At least I think that's the... Let me just quickly check again in the rules whether I'm telling you that correctly. Yes, because it was not a survey quest, it was an uncover quest. Yeah, then I would have gotten that, actually. See? And that's how you can end up making some mistakes here. Okay, I'm gonna clean it up. Okay, I think we're kind of back. No, these delves need to be shuffled in again into the delve deck. But yeah, too bad that I didn't get any another sky shard actually. Okay, so I'm basically kicked out of this here and moved back to the closest town, which is, I guess, this one here. Again, I'm basically revived, so I do get 1 HP. I do not get any rewards, like I said, like we kind of missed out on that. Okay, so I have basically 1 HP, so the situation is actually not perfectly ideal. But yeah, it's the next day. Hooray! Okay, so I did, like, let's see how many, I did 2 towns already since I triggered the side quest. So I have 1 more town that I can actually go into before, the next town will actually be the quest town. Okay, so I have to be a bit careful actually as to which towns I'm going to. Okay, I will actually just try to get some XP still. So we're on the next day. Peaceful encounter. We're swamped. Let's see. This marsh is so black. Okay. Okay, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay. It says, in the deepest bogs of Black Marsh, it's easy to get stranded. Following some imagined trail that quickly peters out into nothing, this particular swamp is especially fetid, and before you know it, your wrong turns have led you into a highly volatile fen, its poisonous waters lapping at your armpits. There seems to be a solid patch of earth up ahead where a wary wanderer could get the bearings, but getting there will require some endurance. Okay. This marsh is so black, it says here. Place the entrance tile face up in roughly the center of the clash map. Okay. Roughly. Okay. Roughly. Fair enough. Each adventurer must take a skill die of a different color to represent themselves. Okay, that's me. I'll just take the yellow one. In any order, each adventurer places their die somewhere on the outer edge of the clash mat and makes 1 attempt to flick the die so that it comes to rest on the entrance tile. Okay. Any dice that are knocked off the entrance tile by other dice remain where they lay. Adventurers with the acrobatic skill line may make an additional attempt on their flick, resetting to the outer edge of the clash mat. After all attempts have been completed, each adventurer without a die on the entrance tile must gain a Bane status die and skip the adventurer's rest step, and this encounter is successful regardless of the outcome. Okay, so let's see. I don't want the Bane one. Okay, see? Didn't manage. Too bad. I flicked. And it didn't work, so I do get a Bane status. But regardless, I get 1 XP in the rewards phase. But yes, you can see they also have some funny ones in there. Okay, and we were swamped, actually. We do get the flooding icon here. So, that means that I do have 2 XP to spend, which I try to spend as wisely as possible. Maybe I'll use some of these sword and shield dice here, and I can actually get 2. Okay, that's this green here. So let's see what we got there. No, that is actually not this green here. One hand and shield is actually brown. Okay. So I will take one of these level 1 ones, obviously, and since I then have a level 1 one, I can take a level 2 one, which is the one with Heroic Slash, which I like. So I just upgraded my Sorcerer with one-handed abilities as well, with sword abilities. So yeah, I'm branching out a bit as the time for the last quest approaches. Oh yeah, and I got 2 XP, so I actually... Sorry, I got 1 XP, so I need to turn that to 12 here. Okay, fantastic. I can heal another point here. I can get rid of the Bane, and I can then continue. We were on flooding, that's fine. I can continue, let's say, to another town, or at least the direction of another town. I'm gonna move 2 up here. There's nothing actually going on there, which is okay. I get another life here. I get to remove 1. As you can see, as you go along in this game, it gets a bit faster and faster. We're sunny. Wow, so I can move 3 now, which is almost unheard of. I can move to this... yeah, obviously that was 1 turn, and we're on the next one, 11, which means this is the last one actually before the quest. Another peaceful encounter. Feats of strength. You stop halted by the barker of a roving carnival. A toothless orc whose stingy appearance cannot suppress an inexplicable charm. Before you know it, you find yourself lining up at even dingier booth, unslinging your weapons and preparing to test your strength at a possibly rigged game of skill. Okay, try your might, or your words prove your strength, not your might. So I could make a social check, which is actually fantastic. I didn't show you that one yet. So how does this work? Okay, there's this social checks that you can do. They cost tenacity. I have 5 tenacity. You don't see this off screen right now, but make a social check, number of players times 3. So you have to collectively spend 3 tenacity. There's also other things that can contribute to that, but right now that's tenacity. I can do that. I can spend 3 tenacity down to 2. If successful, treat these encounters rewards as bonus XP, and each adventurer may draw 1. Oh, that's very nice. Legendary loot. And if unsuccessful, each adventurer gains 2 light fatigue. Okay, fantastic. So we do get some XP. Cool. And a legendary item, the Fracturing Poison. Okay, if we expand the deal 1 targetable enemy true damage equal to its defense stat. Okay, that could be actually fun. I'm gonna change that with the destruction stuff. Somehow, I don't think that I want to deal myself damage. I'm like so weak. I'm way too weak for that, actually. Okay, so I did that. Reward phase, I got 1 XP. We have to increase that to 13 now. And next thing, check the weather. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much anymore now, but it's rainy. Okay, there we go. And I do get to recover some strength here and get rid of this light fatigue here. Okay. The day number 12 has arrived, the session's last day. So this is gonna be a bit different, and it actually mentions that in the rules here as well. Now, how is it gonna be different? Let me tell you. I will be going to this town. Okay, instead of triggering this town's encounter here, we will have to do a delve now. And we add one of the following modifiers based on the first letter of the town the party token is occupying. Okay, so we're in Leverwin, which means we start with an L. And after each time an adventure reveals a new delve tile, they may not take any additional engage actions that turn. Okay, fair enough. I usually only do 1. Well, sometimes actually I did take 2 now, so let's see. and the objective, actually. Usually it's always, the standard is 3 sky shards, but it's player +1, which means we have to get 2 sky shards. And then we will be able to finish this quest here and move on to the next branching storyline. Okay, it's gonna be a delve. It's gonna be an interesting delve. I think we don't need this map anymore, actually, now. I'm gonna move that a bit further away so that we have a bit more space. Okay, I will try to zoom in again a bit. Let's see, there we go. Okay, well, we do not have the best conditions here, right? We are a bit, well, not really dead, but could be better. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 life, and we have to find 2 sky shards. Just remember how much fun it was last time searching for these sky shards. Okay, let's see. We can do this. Focus, Dark Elf Sorcerer with Destruction Staff, Combat, and One Hand and Shield abilities. We should be able to finish this delve. Okay, so I will actually, well, get started. We will set, let's see whether I can put that so that it's actually better in picture here, to number 1. What you actually do here, though, is with the with this quest here now, you use the end of session difficulty. Okay, the end of session difficulty is a bit different. Previously, the enemy pool was always number of players times XP. That would be 13, but that's not the case. We are playing Adapt, where it's kind of expected that we have 16 XP. We only have 13, so maybe I should have just stuck with Apprentice. But yeah, I wanted to push my luck a bit. 16 XP, and yeah, with this 16. We have an enemy pool of 16 now. Okay, I'm gonna move to the next tile, or actually I'm gonna uncover the next tile. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, we have the treasure cache again. We already saw this. Okay, let's connect this here. We have a trap again, and we have to deploy a level 5 enemy. That is too much. Let's see. Who do we get? The Breton Marauder. Dodge and steal. Fantastic. Okay. I only need 2 sky shots. I know I didn't really succeed with running so much last time round, but maybe this time? At least I could uncover. Oh, there's a trap, so I'm not gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way. Let's see. 1. Okay, the suspicious pond again. Fair enough. Let me just, to make sure I'm in a ditch shuffle, but I don't want to draw exactly the same cards. Okay, suspicious pond. Let's see. We need this one here. This looks extremely suspicious to me. But yeah, we're gonna... No, let's not open that up fully. Okay, I did 1 and 2, so there's no enemies right here. But it's actually good, because this actually does give me life back. So maybe this is helpful, actually. Let's see. I rolled a 2, which means, yeah, nothing actually happens here. I would just recover 2 life. Yay me. And then I will actually move 2 further still. 1, 2. Because I can push it. And see what's gonna happen here. Next turn. I'm not gonna uncover it this turn. Okay, so this guy here is actually what's going on. There's actually no one in range and no one in sight. So I don't think that he's actually gonna move, because I'm on a different tile. What I will do, though, I'm gonna zoom out again and have a bit more space here. Okay, so I think that's it, basically. we go to the next round. Okay, so I'm gonna uncover this one here. Let's see what we get. Okay, we get the watery halls again. No sky shard inside here. Another one of these. Let's do this like that, maybe. Okay, when revealed, each adventurer may choose to exhaust any number of available combat skill dice. Then each adventurer gains 1 light fatigue for each available combat skill die in their attribute rows. Okay, so I can just basically exhaust that in order to not get any light fatigue. And I'm gonna do that, because why not? Okay. And I will then move into that. I mean, there is a trap in there, I can see that, but I got 2 attempts, 5 true damage. I mean, that's a lot. But yeah, let's hope for the best. And see, 1. Oh, there's actually also 2 enemies in there. Let's not forget that. Okay, so actually, let's give this guy all the HP that he should have, and then we have a level 5 here and a level 1 here, somewhere here. Okay. We have 3 and we have 5. Okay. And we do have 1 loot. Oh well. So I will actually use I will actually just try to fight this guy. Oh, actually, I can run in 2. I have to solve this here. Each enemy is dealt 5 true damage. Okay, well, that's good. If successful. Okay, so I'm surely gonna try that. Why not? 4, 5, 2. 4, 5. Almost. 2, I can gain a light fatigue for that. Okay, each enemy on this tile is dealt 5 true damage. So this guy is gone. And this guy, 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's also gone. No, actually this guy still has 1 life, right? True damage, let me check that so that I'm not doing anything wrong there. But I think true damage is just if he would have bonus XP, which he does not, obviously. Cannot be prevented or reduced by abilities, but I still think, well, for the benefit of the doubt, let's just say he has 1 life back. He still has 1 life. Okay, I'm gonna attack him, because why not? With my full force here. Let's see what I can do. Actually get tenacity because I was in that stance. And I'm dealing him at least 2 damage, meaning he's gone. And I do get tenacity as well, which is good. I will then, stay here basically. This guy, I don't think he's gonna do anything this time round. Okay, I'm gonna go 1. Nah, I'm just gonna go 1, 2. Just gonna try to rush through here. Let's see. Ooh, a throne room. Okay, so this is a challenge. So here we go. This is massive. Okay, I'm gonna try to put it here like that. I did not expect that. I mean, the good thing is there's 2 sky shards, right? So basically, what I need to do is survive this round. And I will need to do whatever I can to survive this round. Now, the quest says we have to do a survey. Yeah, so basically I need to survive this round. Okay. When revealed, the party may choose to gain any amount of light fatigue and distribute it amongst adventurers. So yeah, for each light fatigue gained by an adventurer, you may deal 2 true damage to an enemy on this tile. Okay, so we do have, and that's the kicker here, that's the biggest room that you could uncover on a delve. So yeah, funny to have that make an appearance now. A level 20 enemy and a level 10. No, actually, wait, I have adapt. So 1 player, 16 is my max. So I cannot do the 20, but I can do a level 10 for sure. Here, which I guess is already bad enough. So yeah, there's that. Okay. I think, well, this one has 8 life. This one has 8 life. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, just checking whether I'm playing this correctly, because, I mean, this is not part of my enemy pool now. Again, if I do anything wrong, I'm very sorry here. There's a lot of rules. Yeah, okay. So the highest level possible without exceeding that. Okay, so that would be a 10, but that also means that this here then would be a 5. So we would get a level 5 as well, in my opinion. And, I mean, hopefully at the end of the day it shouldn't matter that much, because I'm trying to just stand my ground here. We've got 5. Okay. Now, I did uncover that. I would really like to just run away as much as I can. Back. And I think that I might be able to do that. This guy moves 2, has a range of 1. This guy, range of 2. This guy doesn't move. So I think I managed to trigger the end of the game. I do have 2 sky shards, which is fantastic. And with that, I managed the quest objective just about. So as you saw, this seemed like extremely tight somehow. In between, I thought I actually wouldn't make it out alive. I needed to call for the guild assist. They basically bailed me out one time, right? And somehow, in the end, I managed to just stand my ground by not moving too much and being extremely lucky, I think. I did learn a few skill lines. I think they were very useful. I had a few items. I didn't manage to make much use, actually, of the items this time around. And I also think that as a Dark Elf Sorcerer solo, it's actually quite hard, or maybe I just didn't get the engine completely right this time round, but I had a lot of fun. It's like so cool to actually build your own, adventure, do that whole skill line setup, fight and find loot items as well as delve into some of these dungeons. There's a lot of variability there, and I mean, this was the first session of actually 3. This is meant to be played over 3 sessions lasting a maximum of 12 days each, and this was the first one. This was the easiest one, right? I was playing at adept difficulty, like I said a few times as well. There would be expert difficulty as well, which is even harder than that. I have the feeling that it's slightly easier with 2+ players, but I've read a lot of comments online as well that it's actually quite easy as a solo player. Well, again, maybe I didn't have the right combination of class, race maybe, and skill line ready, but again, like I said, had a blast. I hope you really enjoyed this playthrough. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this, and I will see you again next time on Tabletop Goodness.